I don't get through here.
What the hell? Y'all, these white folks don't need black men that work security. We trying to get on the sipping cycle, the Marriott trying to come through. And the man was telling them to move their boat because the Marriott couldn't dock so the folks could get off. And everybody on the sipping cycle, we just wait. Why these folks the swung on and the jumped on their black man, baby? The crew member that jumped off the Marriott, baby. They whooping ass, baby. Now come up out that boat, baby. They ready to move up. They ready to move up. Yeah. That guy in the white shirt. Now come up out that boat, baby. They ready to move up. They ready to move up. Yeah, something more.
I don't get through here.
What the hell? Y'all, these white folks don't need black men that work.
Well, negotiations, right? Politics.
And we're out of time. So you.
So the Senate voted on the child tax credit expansion bill on August 1st. So that was last Thursday. So this bill, it wants to give additional money to parents with qualifying children. So the vote failed in the Senate. It wasn't even close. There are 100 senators. The bill needed 60 votes to pass, but they got 48. So therefore, this bill is dead for the rest of 2024. So I'm going to tell you what's going to happen with the child tax credit bill for next year, especially if Trump gets into office. So this video is not political. It's not political at all. I'm just giving you the facts. But the reason why I mentioned Trump is because Trump became president in January of 2017, right? In 2018, the Trump tax cuts were enacted. So most of those Trump tax cuts, they're going to expire at the end of 2025. So you can bet that if Trump becomes president, that he's going to be fighting to renew these tax cuts and, of course, implement new ones. Now, I want to tell you this because most people don't know this, or they just simply forgot. So when Trump was in office, he made big changes to the child tax credits because it was $1,000 and then he increased it to $2,000. So in other words, right now, parents with qualifying children receive $2,000 per child every year. So that's if you have a single parent that's making $200,000 a year or less, or if you have parents that are doing married filing jointly and make $400,000 combined or less. So if the Trump tax cuts expire, then after 2025, you'll receive $1,000 per child instead of $2,000. So that's the situation, but I want you to know what happened with this vote, why it failed, and what's to come. So first off, I don't know if you remember this, but the child tax credit expansion bill, this very bill, it passed in the House of Representatives in January. So this bill passed with flying colors in the House of Representatives. The vote was 357 to 70. So most House Republicans actually supported it. Nearly all Democrats in the House supported it. So this bill, it gives a little bit more money to parents. In exchange, it gives 3 big tax breaks to big corporations, to big businesses. So I say a little more money to parents because some parents would not receive any additional money. Other parents would receive an extra $100 or around there. Anyways, the bill got sent to the Senate after it passed in the House of Representatives, but they couldn't get enough senators to support the bill. And this was their most recent attempt, which of course resulted in failure. So the bill could not get enough Republican support in the Senate. The Senate Republicans said that this bill does not impose enough work requirements for recipients. So that was the primary disagreement. And I want you to be aware of the political bickering because, I mean, I don't like getting into that, but it can't be ignored. I want you to know what's going on. So I'm going to give you 2 quotes from the Democratic senators, and I'll give you 2 quotes from the Republican senators. So let's start with the Democrats. So Senator Ron Wyden said, the Republican senators have been talking a big game when it comes to helping kids and families, but when it comes to voting, they just haven't been there. Senator Chuck Schumer said, when we vote, the American people will see for themselves who in fact favors expanding the child tax credit and taking so many kids out of poverty and who opposes it. So ultimately, here's what the Democrats are saying. They're saying that the Republicans claim that they're all about helping children and families, right? But they're basically saying that actions speak louder than words. And the Republican senators are voting no to this child tax credit expansion bill. Now, I want to tell you what the Republicans are saying. So Senator Josh Hawley said, I think that there's a lot of people who just really don't like the child tax credit. That's what's going on here. They don't like it to begin with, and they certainly don't want to expand it. Now, Senator Mike Crapo said, they want to create a record and make an argument that Republicans won't support this and then use that in the election. So the Republicans are essentially saying that the truth is that many Americans do not support the expansion of the child tax credits. And what's wrong with that? That's why we vote. And another thing that they're saying is that the Democrats are only bringing this up for a vote right now, just before the elections, as a political stunt to say that, oh, the Republicans, they're voting against this and they don't support children. Now, I do want to tell you this last part so that everything makes sense. And this is not a secret. So yes, the Republicans in the House of Representatives did support this bill, but the Republicans in the Senate, they don't. So here's what's going on. The Republican senators are so confident that Trump is going to win. So they want to hold off this bill so that they can negotiate better terms in 2025. Of course, I mean, that's not going to depend just solely on who wins the presidency. It's also going to depend on if they win more or less seats in the House of Representatives and in the Senate. But again, the Senate Republicans feel that they will be in a better position next year after the elections. Again, this is no secret. They've been very vocal about this. So I told you a few months ago that the child tax credit bill is dead, which is why I haven't spoken about it for months. And this is just further proof that this bill is not going to make any progress until 2025. But I bet you the next year in 2025, this bill, they're going to come up with a new one. The modifications are going to be so large that it's going to stray so far from this original one. If Harris wins and the Democrats gain more seats, then it's unclear what's going to happen with the tax code. So the reason why I'm saying that is because the majority of Democrats want to see the Trump tax cuts expire. So let me know what you think about all this. I look forward to reading your comments. Please subscribe. I thank you for the support and wish you a very nice day. Take care.
The plan is working. The plan is working. Y'all, gravity, any day above ground, live it. Hopefully you had a fantastic day so far.
I'm back.
Deadpool and Wolverine was fire. Anyway, we're not here to talk about this. Today we're here to talk about BRICS. But I figured I'd bring you this news because one more again, while everybody was arguing over the Olympics exclusively or what their favorite celebrity did or didn't do, stuff like this was happening. And since we have networks like CNN that want to call black men low information voters because we're questioning Kamami's race, I just want them to see, yes, there's actual black men that are on these YouTube and social media streets actually getting out the information to the people. I don't care how y'all want to view that woman. That woman is right next to a scumbag who does not, I repeat, does not have any sway enough to help Americans. unless it's people he knows. Now y'all understand why I say vote them all out. But before we continue, let's see who's in the building. Wallow J, hello. Jerry Bedford, hello. Reparations Nation, hello. DSB, hello. Demetrius Shepard, hello. Miss Nisi, hello. Cosmo Fury, hello. And Bert, hello. And for those who haven't said anything in the live chat or the comments, hello. Yes, it is Montgomery Bust Your Ass Day. It's all good. So we will be checking in on two particular countries that are within BRICS or trying to get into BRICS. And what that means for the rest of the world. I guess we might as well start with the country that we're all very familiar with, the country of Italy. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Italy is trying to see what it can glean from the BRICS and if it's worth it, which would mean that if they decide that BRICS is the better option, they would have to leave NATO. And NATO can't take that kind of hit. But we're going to check it out for ourselves.
You know, let me go here. There's a growing concern.
So here we go. Italy's prime minister heads to China to repair rift. Because for those who don't know, Italy left the Belt and Road Initiative in 2023, deciding it wasn't a good deal. It gave China way too much power. And here we are almost a year later, and she said, you know, let's revisit that. Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni will visit China from Friday to Tuesday for a trip that analysts say aims to repair the rift caused by Rome's withdrawal last year from China's Belt and Road Initiative, a global infrastructure and transportation plan sometimes called the New Silk Road. China's foreign ministry said Thursday that during her trip, Meloni would hold talks with Chinese President Xi Jinping, Premier Li Qiang, and Chairman of China's National People's Congress Standing Committee, Zhao Leji. Italian President Sergio Mattarella plans to visit China in October. Analysts say the trip shows that Rome hopes to repair relations damaged when Italy became the first country to pull out of the BRI since it was launched in 2013. Meloni has been critical of the partnership, calling the decision to join the BRI a serious mistake that had not delivered. What the hell did you just do? That was weird. Meloni has long been critical of the partnership, calling the decision to join the BRI a serious mistake that had not delivered promised economic benefits to Italy. Italy is China's fourth largest trading partner in the European Union, and China is Italy's largest trading partner in Asia, with bilateral trade at $80 billion, mostly Chinese exports to Italy. Italian data shows exports to China reached nearly $18 billion in 2022 from $14 billion in 2019, while Chinese exports to Italy nearly doubled during that same period from more than $34 billion to more than $62 billion. Despite Meloni's criticism of the BRI, China's state media Global Times on Thursday suggested that the withdrawal from BRI did not reflect their own views. It quoted Chinese Academy of Social Sciences Institute of European Studies researcher Zhao Zhengji saying, "This visit once again demonstrates that Italy's withdrawal from the BRI was not due to a reluctance to cooperate with China or Meloni's own political beliefs, but rather due to the huge pressure from the US and other major Western powers at the time." Under some pressure from the European Union and the United States, Meloni's new government in December made a low-key exit from the BRI, which was seen as a major blow to Xi's global ambitions and a failure of the BRI in Europe. The Chinese side also kept a low profile and didn't publicly criticize Italy's withdrawal. Francisco Galletti, adjunct professor of political risk analysis at Rome's Luis University, and co-founder and CEO of consulting agency Policy Sonar, told VOA, "It's unclear whether she's taken note of this and thought about her own hedging strategy. She should have. For while Italy is world famous for geopolitical yo-yoing, she's the current G7 chair. That's very important. Moreover, it's only been a few months since Italy opted out of China's BRI, so by all accounts, relations should be delicate right now. And yet reading the tea leaves is all but simple." And there's more. It's just a lot of stuff about BRICS and its history. So we'll leave that in there for you. Now, the stream, again, like the first one, it's not going to be that long. I just wanted to talk about these two countries. So there's that. Now, y'all going to look at a video pertaining to, you bastard, you. Here we go. Now my mouse wants to play around. Okay. So we're going to look at a video that explains the full situation with Italy and the BRICS.
BRICS nations, Brazil, India, and the United Arab Emirates, as a G7 member, deviates from the G7's traditional strategy towards the global south. Leaders of a number of emerging countries, including Tunisia, India, Algeria, Brazil, Jordan, Kenya, Mauritania, and the UAE, were invited by Meloni to the 2024 G7 summit, which was hosted in Apulia, Italy. This participation demonstrates her dedication to bringing a variety of viewpoints to the G7 talks and recognizing the important roles these nations play in world politics and the economy. Although it seems that her goal was to discourage these countries from joining BRICS, her true goal is to oppose the EU's position and interact with the global south in a largely Western framework. That is.
Politics is so much fun. This is going to be fun because we know damn well that the U.S. ain't gonna go for this. But you know, there's that old phrase that we know and love so well.
And why should I care?
Is the G7. Other G7 leaders are not pleased with this decision. Notably, there is evident disagreement between the two leaders, as evidenced by the numerous direct and indirect criticisms made by French President Emmanuel Macron. Meloni has expressed disapproval of a number of EU initiatives. She has, for example, criticized backdoor negotiations involving key EU jobs and characterized the EU as an invasive bureaucratic colossus. She has also advocated for increased democracy and openness in the Union's decision-making procedures. The Italian Prime Minister gave a lot of attention to topics like regulating artificial intelligence and strengthening partnerships with African countries during the G7 summit. Meloni's policy places a strong emphasis on using Italy as a hub for the export of African energy to Europe. The goal of this $595 billion project is to position Italy as a hub for supplying the European market with gas and other energy resources from Africa. The necessity to diversify energy sources in light of decreased Russian supply as a result of the ongoing crisis in Ukraine is one of the initiative's main motivators. Meloni has also made an effort to gain the cooperation of international organizations like the European Union and the business sector for these development initiatives. In this video, we explore the complex dynamics of Italy under the leadership of Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, looking at possible obstacles inside the EU and talking about Italy's chances of eventually joining BRICS. Giorgia Meloni, the Prime Minister of Italy, is who? Giorgia Meloni is a prominent figure in European and international politics. She has served as Italy's Prime Minister since October 2022. She is the leader of the Brothers of Italy, FDI party, and is well known for her right-wing nationalist and populist beliefs. Because of her conservative views on immigration and social problems, she is frequently referred to as far-right. Meloni started her political career in the youth section of the neo-fascist Italian social movement, MSI, and she subsequently rose to prominence in the post-fascist National Alliance. Her political stances support traditional family structures and include a strong opposition to same-sex marriage, euthanasia, and LGBT parenting. She has also advocated for a naval blockade to stop illegal immigration into Italy and has criticized globalism. Meloni frequently criticizes EU policy, which is a clear sign of her Euroscepticism. She supports major reforms to lessen EU control over the domestic affairs of member states and pushes for increased national autonomy within the EU framework. She has been attempting to strike a
national autonomy. So here's my question. Why did you jump in the European Union in the first place? If we're supposed to maintain national autonomy, what was the point? Oh, so you guys can trade easier? Yeah, Global South is showing you we can trade just as easy and we could keep everything separated. Separate but equal. Yeah. Or equal but separate, however you want to look at it.
balance between her nationalist agenda and the necessity of cooperation inside the Union, even if she acknowledges the significance of Italy's role within the EU. Meloni has changed her mind on immigration lately, realizing that legal migration is necessary to solve Italy's demographic problems. Her administration has changed its stance on immigration significantly from its previous, more restrictive rhetoric by implementing measures to draw in hundreds of thousands of migrants to help with labor shortages in a variety of industries. Let's pause for an instant. Would you please help us out?
Nope.
Giorgia Meloni has stated substantial objections to the re-election of Ursula von der Leyen as president of the European Commission. Meloni's position is based on the changing dynamics inside the European Union as well as her larger political strategy. Meloni, the head of the far-right Brothers of Italy party, has criticized von der Leyen's handling of several matters, especially those pertaining to immigration and economic policies. Although von der Leyen has made an effort to win over Meloni and her political supporters in order to gain support for a second term, this strategy has not gone down well. Meloni's complaints fit into a bigger story about how von der Leyen's handling of several policies has angered a number of EU members. Von der Leyen's alleged indulgence of Italy on matters of media liberty and legality is one of the main causes of contention. According to sources, von der Leyen has allegedly tried to politicize EU processes for personal benefit by softening or delaying important EU reports on Italy's internal problems in order to win Meloni's support. Italy's trade relationship with the BRICS countries Italy and the BRICS nations have had a long-standing trading connection that can be summed up as follows. Italy's economic relations with China. One of the main components of Italy's economic relations with China is its involvement in the Belt and Road Initiative, BRI. Italy signed the first Memorandum of Understanding, MOU, on the BRI in 2019, making it the first G7 nation to do so. The agreement aims to improve trade and infrastructure investment between the two countries, fostering economic growth and connectivity. The BRI has generated mixed reactions in Europe, with supporters arguing that it will enhance China's influence there, and critics arguing that it will strengthen Italy's economy through enhanced trade connections and infrastructure development. Outside of the EU, China is one of Italy's main trading partners. Over the previous 10 years, there has been a notable increase in the two countries' bilateral commerce. Italy imported products worth about $32 billion in 2021, mostly electronics, textiles, and machinery, and exported goods worth about $13 billion to China, including luxury items, vehicles, and machinery.
Yeah, because that's what China needs. More Lambos and Ferraris. All right.
Italy needs this trading partnership because it balances its trade imbalance and supports a number of domestic sectors. China has made investments in Italy in a number of industries, including manufacturing, technology, and energy. Chinese businesses have made investments in the energy infrastructure, automotive sector, and ports in Italy. As an example, Italy's national power grid operator, Terna, has seen a stake acquisition by the Chinese state-owned company State Grid Corporation. These expenditures are a component of China's larger plan to safeguard vital infrastructure and increase its economic influence worldwide.
But you know, there's lengthy debates online about if command means black, white, Indian, or something else. I'm not saying you're not supposed to pay attention to that, but say your piece and move on. There's shit going on out here that we need to be concerned with. We understand that, FBA Queen, but you know what? The bitch gets something out of it, even if she gets fucked. So there's that. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure if Trump wins, he'll be calling her up, be like, listen, we gave y'all the good Alfredo recipe. We're gonna need you to sabotage BRICS from the inside. We got you. So there's that. Let's move on to Malaysia. Because Malaysia, you would think, what does Malaysia really have? They have really good food, actually. A lot of it's Chinese influence, but it's really good. Jackie Chan did a movie over there some years back. They're very conservative. Oh, and that Ian Miles Chong idiot, he he lives over there, even though he wants to talk about American politics and be a goddamn cultural irritant. But they're trying to join BRICS. Oh, yes. Let's look.
Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim received a courtesy call from Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov on Sunday at Seri Perdana. Anwar, in his Facebook post, shared that the visit was in conjunction with the envoy's two-day official visit to Malaysia. He said during the visit, their discussions were primarily centered on Malaysia's recent application for membership in the BRICS alliance, which Russia currently chairs. Anwar said their conversation extended to pressing global issues, including the ongoing situation in Palestine. He said both Malaysia and Russia underscored the imperative need for a permanent ceasefire, immediate humanitarian relief, and the recognition of Palestine as a full member of the United Nations. On the conflict in Ukraine, Malaysia reiterated its stance on the importance of dialogue and diplomatic efforts as the path to a sustainable resolution.
So there's that. Then we go over to this. Will Malaysia build ASEAN with BRICS? Now, for those who don't know what ASEAN is, that is the Association of Southeastern Asian Nations. And for a quick lesson, because of course we're gonna have to see an old friend. An old friend is part of this. So here's the ASEAN member states. Back up a little bit. So we have Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, the aforementioned, Myanmar, the Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam. And its headquarters is in Jakarta. Now they have non-member states, 2 of them. Who wants to venture a guess on what one of them is? You're right. I fear her black power. What black power is that? Oh, she can't be seen in the dark. That's what you mean. Okay. Thank you. Don't block them. Yeah. Let's look at the old friend. East Timor and Papua New Guinea. Now, why did you say the old friend? Bingo. They trade in the US dollar exclusively. Now, again, they're observers. They can't vote. But, you know, Might as well, right? Have a spy in there somewhere. Then they have Asian Plus. China, Japan, South Korea, 3 biggest nations in Asia. Nasty work. Nasty work. Canada is on their regional forum. Nasty work. And the European Union. Nasty work. No U.S. though, outside of what you say. Here's the U.S. on the East Asia Summit. Nasty work. But why did I bring this up? Because it'll help. If Malaysia joins BRICS, this is going to help them twofold. It'll help build Asian's assets and presence on the world stage. They can double dip there. And then they'll be part of BRICS. So they'll get to dip their fingers into Africa. Isn't that sexy? That's sexy. While we're all over here debating if somebody crossed the finish line first. They're still talking about this, by the way, family. They're still doing it. Shit like this happens. Japan's stock market crashed today. The Dow opened up 1,000 points down. But they're worried about if Noah Lyles crossed the finish line first over the Jamaican. I wonder, before I get out of here, because I got to go cook, and it's my daughter's first day, so I want to give her my attention. I just want to see for us. Let's see what they're talking about on X. Now, this I saw on YouTube. Aiden Ross got to talk to Trump. Fine. He had about 43,000 in the room. I ain't got a problem with it. So we have Twitter Spaces. Trump's policy versus Kamala's policies. Okay. Seems productive. Cease desist slander / libel of Connie Collin by Average Black and Ismail. Okay. That's fine. Y'all do whatever you want. Let's see what this trending topic is. Ooh, wee! Y'all don't see that? Yes, you do. BRICS is laughing right now. They have popped the champagne and they have popped the caviar and the foie gras. Do you see that headline, family? Maybe you didn't see it. We blow it up some more. Do you see what that says? Over 1.93 trillion has been wiped out from the U.S. stock market so far today as the NASDAQ has dropped over 1,000 points. Officials say the NASDAQ has never been this low, not even intraday. $2 trillion just left. $2 trillion, not billion, not million, 2 trillion. Gone. Air quotes. Now the Dow is going up. Yeah. 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 Why is Cori Bush trending? Let's find out. Who cares? What else is trending? Kamala crash, Aiden Ross, Gabby Thomas, Women for Harris, G4 Summer, PMS Live, Bangladesh. What did Bangladesh do? Are they joining BRICS? Ooh, they voted out their president or prime minister. That is cool. Okay, Bangladesh, we see you. We're not hating. What's Charles Schwab? What happened? How much did your market share drop? Ooh! Politics is so much fun, family. Do you see this? We'll read it. Unbelievable. This is from Era Gigman. Following the market crash, Charles Schwab denied access to users' accounts. I personally have been waiting for 30 minutes with no one answering yet. This is not a coincidence. Robinhood prevented users from 24-hour trading. This is a crime against retail investors because the hedge funds want to protect themselves. This was at 10 o'clock in the morning. Everybody's doing it. Yes, sir.
There's a workaround.
All of them?
Quite a few. Yeah.
Vanguard also?
Vanguard.
What's going on? What's happening?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out. Seems like there's some
Hey, government. I wonder if you're going to give all these people bailouts. How much money, how much dollars and assets are these hedge funds going to dump on the market that are going to be worthless? Go ahead, lie to us and tell us that it's a cyber attack. Cities was down. Fidelity, E-Trade, Vanguard, Ameritrade, and Charles Schwab. Fed emergency meeting. The Fed is outside, family. Over $1 billion in crypto is gone. But wait a minute. Didn't Charles Trump come outside and say we're going to be #1 in the crypto market to stop BRICS? You see how it all comes full circle? This is what you can look forward to. I'm not telling you not to vote for Trump. I'm just telling you I'm on the couch. This is what you can look forward to. Whenever the markets or the people that are running it want to have the day when they don't have their maxi wings or the tampon, they will screw with your cryptocurrency, your digital currency. You get to look forward to that, because they're going to try to ingrain it in every system. So that's the only way you'll be able to pay 90% of the stuff out here, and they get to dictate the price. Do you want that? Would you like to join me in saying vote everybody out? A Congress of the people would be kind of fire. But hey, what the hell do I know? I'm just bringing you the news. But anyway, we just wanted to make this a quick stream because, again, it's my daughter's first day. I got to go finish cooking dinner. I just wanted to make sure that you got your latest BRICS news. So, recap. Malaysia and Italy are looking to solidify their applications for BRICS. The U.S. is in free fall. Japan just had a stock market crash. And the Fed might cut interest rates before the election just to make Kamami and them look good. And vote the couch. Anyway, hopefully you learned something. If you did, I done my job. If not, I'll try to be better next time. Who knows when I'll see you again. But be on the lookout for some uploads coming in the near future. So y'all take care, stay safe, and you know what to do when the agents of chaos come to mess up your existence. Protect your money.
Wait around. Yep. Smart. Yeet and get out.
Time's up.
But did we have a good time here? Hello?
at the end of the day, that they got to end.
Get your money up, not your funny up. Big fucking move.
That's it.